In a quiet little village nestled among lush green hills and fields stretching like silk carpets, lived an old farmer alone in a shabby thatched house. His life was simple and honest, just like the land he called home. His closest companion was an old donkey who had been by his side since the early days of farming, through sun and rain until the farmer's hair had turned silver. That donkey had once been the silent pillar of the entire farm, plowing fields, carrying loads, and helping the farmer through many seasons. But time spares no one. Now, it no longer had the strength to work. Its back was hunched, steps slow, and eyes filled with sorrow. It wandered near the house, leisurely grazing the field. Still, the farmer cherished it as always. He couldn't bear to part with his old friend and allowed it to live out its final days peacefully on the familiar land. One clear autumn morning, sunlight gently covered the golden, falling leaves. As usual, the old donkey stepped into the field behind the house, where wildflowers danced in the breeze. It closed its eyes, enjoying the cool wind brushing against its weary body. But, in a single careless moment, it slipped and fell into a deep stone well that the farmer had dug long ago but had since been forgotten. A desperate cry echoed from the well, breaking the countryside's peace. The donkey panicked. It struggled, tried to climb, but failed. The stone walls were steep and slippery. All it could do was cry out, its weak voice echoing in a thin hope that someone might hear. Fortunately, a young neighbor was walking along a small path nearby. He stopped when he heard the strange sound. Curious, then concerned, he followed the cries and was stunned to find the donkey trapped in the deep well. Without hesitation, the young man ran straight to the village. Out of breath, he knocked on the old farmer's door and gave the news. The farmer didn't ask questions. He grabbed his straw hat and called on a few friends from the village to rush to the scene. When they arrived, they saw the old donkey curled at the bottom of the well. It trembled, its eyes pleading, tired and sad. No one could look away from the heartbreaking sight. They began trying to save it. Ropes, makeshift ladders, even attempts to climb down. But the well was too deep and narrow. Every effort failed. Time passed. The sun drifted westward. Light faded. So did hope. The farmer stood in silence, hands clutching his worn straw hat. In his eyes was indescribable pain. The donkey was a friend, a memory, a part of his life. But now, it was old and exhausted. As much as he loved it, he had to face the truth. It could not be saved. In the rustling wind, he choked back tears and said, "Maybe. It's time to let it go in peace. Cover the well. Let it not suffer anymore." The villagers fell silent. They understood. They didn't want to do it, but they also couldn't let the animal slowly die at the bottom of the well. So the first shovels of dirt were poured in. At first, just a few handfuls, then more. From the bottom, the donkey sensed something wrong. Earth fell onto its back, bit by bit, layer after layer. It screamed, panicked, tears flowing. It couldn't understand why the people who once loved it were now burying it alive. But after the initial panic, something sparked within the donkey. A flicker of light in the darkness. It stopped crying. Instead, it shook off the dirt and stepped. Up, just a little higher, another shovel of dirt. Shake, step up, repeat. Again and again. Each shovel of dirt, intended to bury, became a stepping stone. The donkey refused to surrender to fate. It turned what was meant to trap it into a way to save itself. At the well's edge, the villagers were surprised when they no longer heard cries. The farmer leaned closer and was stunned. The donkey was climbing. Each step was a testament to its extraordinary willpower. Every movement defied pity and despair. It didn't need saving. It was saving itself. At last, to everyone's astonishment, the donkey's head appeared above the well. With one determined leap, it was free. It stood silently among the villagers, body covered in dirt, but eyes shining. No one spoke, no one smiled, only looks of awe and shame. The farmer stepped forward, trembling. He reached out, but the donkey turned away. No anger, no resentment, just a silent, final farewell. It walked off, step by step, toward the fields, where the sun set in a golden sky. From that day on, no one saw the donkey near the house again. Some say it went to the distant mountains. Others believe it joined a herd of wild donkeys beyond the village. But all agreed that donkey, though old, became a living symbol of resilience, of strength that comes from within. The story may have ended, but the journey of resilience continues. Thank you for listening, and goodbye for now. Don't forget to like, share, and follow the channel for more inspiring tales.